Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In this video, I'm going to be tracking expenses on my credit card from the 10th through the 16th of March. And so last time we ended on the 9th, I had a no spend, and I'm going to track using my statement right in front of me on my computer and fill in my expense tracker in my annual budget workbook. So on the 8th, when we last ended, there was 99 cents for a subscription. I paid that back. On the 9th was a no spend. On the 10th was a no spend also. I did make a payment that day of $93, but that was the only thing that hit the credit card on that day. And so then the next day after would be the 11th, and on the 11th there was one charge on that day, and that was for a Lyft ride, and that was $9.70, and I did pay that back. So that was a travel expense coming from transportation. I'll move you over so you can actually see what I'm doing. Transportation, it was $9.70. I paid that back on the 12th. And so on the 12th, there were no charges that hit. I just made some payments. And so the 12th is a no spend day. So far between the 10th and the 16th, we had 2 no spend days. Then on the 12th, I made a big payment of $696.61. It's big to me anyway. So I'm glad for that. On the 13th, we had a charge from Target Post. Now, I needed to buy a bouncer seat. That's what it's called, I think, for the baby. So I'm going to put baby item. And the $64.29 that we were charged for that item is going to come from miscellaneous because I had some money in there that we hadn't used. So I don't know if I should have considered this a part of household or not. I don't know. But I took it from miscellaneous. So let me just check and make sure I did pay that back. And I feel like I did. I did pay it back. So this is the 13th. And that was paid back. And then on the 14th, there was a ride share that posted for Lyft again. We had 2 appointments last week, one for me and one for baby, and I had to get there, so that's another travel expense. This was so expensive. Transportation, $137.78, is not paid back yet. On the 14th, our internet bill hit, and it came out more than what we budgeted, so we have to increase that for next month's budget. This is a monthly bill, so it would come from the operating account where we keep our bill money, and it was $86.99, and we did pay that back. Then Target again on the 14th. I spent money. What did I get? I did get something. I have a receipt here. I have 2 receipts because I like to separate my charges. If I can go to self-checkout anytime I go outside physically into a store. So this was a carriage cover, or like the stroller cover. So that's one charge. That was $18.50. So $18.50 for that, and that is also another baby item, but I took that one from household, so I don't know. So I categorized it as a household expense, and that was $18.50. I did pay that back already. And then the second charge from Target was for $13.99, and I bought myself some prenatal vitamins. So that is coming from Wellness. So I'm going to put prenatal vitamins because I'm still breastfeeding the baby, and it's important for me to keep taking it anyway. And that is what I did. So that's $13.99. I paid that back already. I've been making payments every day when I can. Also on the 14th, I got myself some Starbucks because it's nice to do things nice for yourself, things that you like to do. So I bought 2 brownies and a drink. So this was for food for me, and that is coming from the food category, and it was $13.35. I did pay that back. On the 15th, okay, there was 2 charges, but I made multiple payments, so that's a good thing. So starting on the 15th of March, the first charge was the donation I made to Safe Horizon. I talked about that in my budget by paycheck closeout for paycheck number 3. So this was a donation, and this is going to be ongoing every month, and that was coming from monthly bills, which is in the operating account. So that money is just sitting there, and that was $25. I paid that back already. The next charge on the 15th was a Lyft travel. Did they charge me twice? No, I know what that is. Okay. I thought they charged me twice, but I forgot. You have to pay to go to where you're going, and you have to pay to come back, and it's pretty expensive where our doctor's offices are, but they're good offices, so I don't mind paying the money to get there. So $105.72 on the 15th. That was not paid back yet. I made multiple payments on the 16th, 3 payments on the 16th, and there was 1 charge on the 16th for Amazon. So that was a tip for the groceries I ordered. I had a gift card, so I didn't have to pay for groceries out of pocket in this 3rd week. So just $7 to pay for the tip to have them delivered. So this was food. I'm going to put food/tip. It was a tip, actually. And so how did I pay that back? I didn't pay it back yet, did I? No. I'm actually going to use, should I use the cash rewards, or should I just pay it from the food category or the account cushion because it's a tip? I could really put this anywhere. So when you're tracking your expenses, and let's say you had a random charge, or if you order groceries and have them delivered from like Walmart or something like that, do you give a tip? And do you include that in the grocery budget or your food budget, or do you put that separate, like as a gift or as a just random miscellaneous expense? Because it could go either way for me. I think I'll just take it from food since it was a tip and it was $7. So I'll pay that now since I'm already here. And that was the last charge that posted. The only pending transactions we have as of March 18th are payments that are in process, right? And that's this payment from Wellness, that's this payment from food, and then there's the $18.50 from household. So let me take this out. That's not relevant anymore. I'm going to pay $7 right now from the food category. I should be able to make a payment. Let's see. Nope. I already have 3 pending payments, so it won't let me make a payment. Okay, so I can't make this tip payment back yet. I might even not take it from food. I might just take it from the account cushion because that just makes sense to me. All right, so this is what we have charged so far in the past week from the 10th through the 16th. The 16th? Which was Sunday. Yep. Okay. We have 2 no spend days, and we charged, let me see, $9.70, $64.29, $137.78, $86.99, $18.50, $13.99, $13.35, $25, $105.72 plus $7. We charge $482.32, and what we have outstanding for this third week is, wait, let me write that down. 482.32. What we have outstanding for this week minus $25 payment, $13.35, $13.99, $18.50, $86.99, $64.29, and $9.70. Okay, so we have $250.50 that's outstanding. That's going to be those Lyft charges, the $137.78, the $105.72, and then this $7 that I'm waiting to pay back. Transportation is the most expensive thing in the past week. The most expensive. I'm glad I don't have to travel far where I would need a car to get me to and from until next month, April. Because transportation is expensive. This is why I say expense tracking is so important. I see where the most of our money was spent so far for the month and so far for last week. If you look closely, and I'll pull this in, transportation, this was paid back. The $40.08, I thought I paid that. Let me just check and see, because I feel like I'm missing something. Let me do a 40.08. I did pay this back. This $40.08 from Uber on the 29th, I paid that back. But this transportation expense for $47.50 is still outstanding for the month. Oh, I paid groceries. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm skipping back and forth. I paid this grocery expense, $73.76. I paid that back. So $47.50 for transportation on the 5th. And then $137.78 for transportation on the 14th. $105.72 for transportation on the 15th, still unpaid. And the $7 for this tip for my groceries, still unpaid. Most of it's transportation. So I think, to be honest, we need to put at least $600 into our transportation fund just for like getting to and from. So we need at least $600 in that fund in order to maintain that portion of our lives, like basically just being able to pay for these charges. I'm going to have to pay them before the end of March, but right now those are the 3 transportation expenses that are still unmet yet. I haven't paid them back. So I can't make a payment because I have 3 payments pending as of the 18th, but we are looking good so far for the month, I would think, because if that's the only thing that's outstanding, we can have that paid off before the month ends, since we still have a whole 2 weeks left to go, this week and next week. I need to just open my monthly calendar, because I don't think I've been tracking my no spends here. I really should. So far, we've had a no spend on the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 6th. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th. And then on the 9th and 10th were no spend days. The 12th was a no spend day. Booyah. I like it. I said booyah. That's awesome. So I like that. We are cooking with gas. We have expense tracked everything in the past week. I kept my receipts, which is important, and I scanned them with Fetch. And Fetch gave me 25 points for each one. So yay for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you were able to track your expenses with me. I hope you found something valuable here. As always, I really appreciate you guys for being with me. I really appreciate the feedback I got about using cash as opposed to a credit card. I don't believe I'm going to switch fully 100% over to cash, but I do appreciate those comments and you sharing a part of your journey and what has worked for you and what has failed for you, so you know what works for you. The only way we know if something is failing or if it's working or if it has the potential to work is if we check on it, if we track it. So I am grateful for this community. I'm grateful for people who are giving me their advice and their tips and sharing parts of your journey, because I feel like we're really building a close-knit community within this community so that you can be honest with me. You can be real with me. I don't have any hurt feelings. I really, really, truly appreciate your feedback. So we did make a huge debt payment. I did share it already in the video, but I'm going to say it again just in case you missed it, if you skipped it or fast forward or whatever. $696.61 is what we paid. So we are really working on getting all of those November charges dismantled, gone, banned, get rid of them. And then I think by next week, for the fourth paycheck of March, because we have 5 this month because we're paid every week. So our fourth paycheck of March, we'll be able to make a really, really large payment, even larger than the third week. And I'll be able to be done with November's charges so we can move on to December. So we're picking up speed and picking up momentum on that debt snowball and getting the payments made, getting them down. So I do believe that March's expenses are going to be fully taken care of before we enter into April, and December's old expenses will be taken care of this month, and then we'll finish them in April. So that's the plan and the goal. So thank you for everybody who watched my debt confession. Thank you for everybody who found some value in it. I hope that you continue to find value here. And as always, continue to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.